Hello student, welcome you to Mohan Sir's classes. In this class we will learn chapter 12 of your social study, the main features of democracy. Chapter 12 of your social study, the main features of democracy. And this is the part 1 of this class, and this is the second chapter of your political science section. So in this class we will learn what is democracy. In the chapter 1 only we have learned about democracy. Again we will do just a brief reading about democracy in this class. Thereafter we will go through and we will talk about what are the main features of democracy. Understood? In this class we will learn about what are the main features of democracy. There are many features, but we will be learning what are the main features. Let us begin the lesson. After 1915, many countries liberated from colonialism began establishing democratic government. Here the chapter begins like this, that means after 1950 or after the year of 1950, many of the countries they liberated from colonialism. So what is the meaning of colonialism? In class 9th only we have learned about what is colonialism. What is colonialism? Colonialism in the sense when a strong country captured a weaker country and rule them, those system is called what? Colonialism. And what is colony? Colony in the sense the weaker country which is captured by a strong country. So the weaker country is known as colony of the strong country. Even we also have learned about imperialistic nation. What is imperialistic nation? That means the strong country which colony other country, those country is called what? Imperialist nation. So here it is said that after the year of 1950, many of the countries they liberated from colonialism. After that, they established what? Democratic government. Understood? All the colony when they were liberated or got freedom from their colonialism, they established their democratic governments. In the 1980s and 1990s, the decline of communist regimes saw the further spread of democratic rule. So far we were talking about 1950 or what happened after 1950 about the colony and how the colony they got freedom from this colonialism. The second paragraph says that in the year of 1980 and 1990s, what happened? Slowly, the communist or communism what? Decline or come to an end. Understood? Though many of the nations they got freedom or they were liberated from the colonialism in the year of 1950, even then what happened? Or after 1980 and 1990, slowly the communism or communist party come to an end. Thereafter, the spread of democratic rule increased rapidly. Next, after 2010, countries like Libya, Myanmar raised their voice against dictatorship and also opted for the democratic system. In class 9th political science first chapter we have learned about the freedom struggle of Libya and Myanmar. So here what in this sentence what it is said? It is said that after 2010 countries like which? Libya and Myanmar, they raised their voice against what? Dictatorship. This dictatorship also we have learned in class 9th or in the history section we have learned about dictatorship. That means ruled by one person, So this country, which one? Libya and Myanmar, they raised their voice against these dictatorships and they also choose the option for what? For democratic system. So in this paragraph we learn that after 1950 many of the country they got freedom from this colonialism and they established their democratic government. But what happened after 1980 and 1990, the communism came to an end. Thereafter the spread of democracy increased or rapidly it spread. If we talk about 2010, there are many countries like Libya and Myanmar. They raised their voice against the dictatorships and they chose or they opted for the democratic government or democratic system. Next paragraph. Dictatorship is a term used to describe the rule of a person who establishes total dominion over a country. Just in the before or in the previous paragraph, I told that what is dictatorship. Dictatorship in the sense what it is said, that means it is a term used for or describe for rule of a person or rule by one person and who establishes total dominion over a country. Understood? Dictatorship in the sense ruled by a single person and who control or who establish dominion over a country. The dictator takes control of all organs of government. In the dictatorship what happened? Dictators, he take control of all the organs of government, all the branches and all the parts of governments are controlled by dictator. Col Gaddafi and Jenne Win are example of dictators. In class 9th political science first chapter we have learned about this Col Gaddafi and Jenne Win, about the dictators of Myanmar and Libya. We have learned about them. Such individuals gained support from their army. So we know that in dictatorships these people gain their control or power from the army and through that power they control the country. They suppress all political opposition to establish a single party rule. We know that in dictatorship the dictator through the power of this military army he suppress all the political opposition. For what? For establishing a single party rule. Dictators centralize all political power in their hands. In the same time, what do the dictator do? They centralize all political power in their hands. That means all the political powers are ruled by them only. They rule according to their will, enacting laws that suit for their requirements. So, as they want, according to their will, they rule the country. Understood? According to their will and their wishes, they rule the country, and which are the rules required for them or which are the laws suitable for them, those laws and regulations are enacted. Justice is dispensed in accordance with the decision of their government. And how the justice are given? That means that is the accordance with the decision of the government in the dictatorship. According to the decision of the dictator, the justice were given. Democracy is the opposite of dictatorship as a system of governments. So we know that democracy, it is what? Opposite of dictatorship in government system. So what we learn from this paragraph? In this paragraph we learn that dictatorship is a term used for what? A rule of a one person who establishes his dominion over a country, and dictators take control over all the governments. And if you want to know an example, so we can go back to class 9 first chapter of political science, Col Gaddafi and Jenne Win. Col Gaddafi and Jenne Win are the example of dictators. So in dictatorship what happened? The dictators individual gain the support of the army, or through the support of army they gain power. Thereafter they suppress all the political opposition and establish their single party. And dictator what they do? They centralize all the political power onto their hands, and they rule according to their will, and which laws are suitable and required for them, those laws they used to enact, and justice used to given according to the decision of dictator's government. That's why it is says that democracy is the opposite of dictatorship in system of governance. Our first topic is democracy. We learned about the evolution of democracy in Europe and its spread across the world in the history chapter. In the history chapter, we have learned that how the democracy began, where in Europe, and how it spread throughout the world. Understood? In history chapter, we have learned about how the democracy system began in Europe, thereafter it spread over the world. The political developments during the 18th and 19th century led to the decline in power of the monarchies in Europe. That means in the year of 18th and 19th century, the monarchy system declined. The monarchy system declined. What is the meaning of monarchy? Monarchy in the sense we know that ruled by king or kingship. So these things only we have learned in our class 8, 9, etc. So it is says that the political development, that means there was a political development in the 18th and 19th century, and because of the political development, the monarchy system or the rule of king came to an end in Europe. Next sentence. The French Revolution inspired democratic struggle in many parts of Europe. In this sentence, it is said that in the French Revolution, all of you know that what is French Revolution. So this French Revolution, what happened, inspired democratic struggle in many parts of Europe. That means many parts of Europe, because of the French Revolution, people were inspired for the democratic struggle. In France itself, democracy was established after many ups and downs at the end of 19th century. That means after the French Revolution, many people of Europe, they were inspired by this democratic struggle. And if you talk about France, in the France also what happened, they established democracy after many struggle or after many ups and downs in the year of 19th century. The struggles for democracy governance in the 19th century were based on principles of political freedom, equality and justice. So, if you talk about the struggle for democratic governance in the 19th century. So, this struggle for democratic governance in the 19th century, these were based on what? Based on the principle of political freedom, equality and justice. So, in this paragraph we learn that the beginning of the democracy in Europe, how it began and how it spread, we have learned in the history chapter. The political development during this 18th and 19th century led to the decline of power in monarchies in Europe. That means because of the development of the political party in 18th and 19th century, what happened? The monarchy system in Europe come to declines. Next, by influenced by this French Revolution, many people of the Europe, they were inspired and they start their democratic struggle. Even in the France itself, when for the establishing democracy, there was many ups and downs in the 19th century. Next, the struggle for democratic governance in the 19th century was based on what? The principle of political freedom, equality and justice. So, that means based on the political freedom, equality and justice, the struggle for democracy government in the 19th century were established or based on this rule. look at this figure, map 12.1. What it said? Democratic countries between 1900 to 1950. So these are the country those who those who established the democracy from 1900 to 1950. Next, these are the country, that means those who established democracy or democratic government from 1950 to 1975, and these are the country those who established their democracy from 1975 to 2000. So these are the map that gives details about the establishment of democracy in different country. Next paragraph, in Libya and Myanmar, the people did not elect military leaders who control the army. In this paragraph or in this sentence, it is said that in Libya and Myanmar, people did not elect the military leaders who control the army. We know that in Libya and Myanmar, there was a system of dictatorships. Through the power of military, they used to control the power and they used to take the control of country onto their hand. So it is said that these military leaders were not elected by the people of Libya and Myanmar. The military leaders seized power themselves. Then how they used to get power? This military leader, they used to seize the power by themselves. The people had no role to play in the decision of their government. As we talked and discussed in the previous paragraph, that all the decision was given by whom? By the dictators. And in this sentence also it is said that people had no role to play in the decision of the government. Or in the decision of the government, people can't play any role. Government that are elected by the people of a country are known as democratic governments. So what is democratic government? That means government that are elected by the people of a country. Understood? What is democratic government? That means the government which is elected by the people of a country, that government is called what? Democratic government. Understood? In a democratic government, people elect their representatives and these chosen representatives run the government. We know that in democratic government, people elect their representatives and these representatives run the government. The people play an important role in choosing and changing the government. So, for choosing or for changing the government, people play an important role. So, in this paragraph we will learn that in Libya and Myanmar, people did not elect the military leaders who control the army. The military leaders, they seized the power themselves and people had no role to play in the decision of their government. Government that are elected by a people of a country is known as democratic government. That means what is democratic government? The government which is elected by a particular country, those government is called democratic government. In democratic government, people elect their representatives and the representatives run their government. So people play an important role in choosing and changing the government. Next paragraph, 3 important points to remember from the struggle for democracy in 2 countries we read about in the last lesson. So we have to remember 3 important points, that how these 2 countries, which countries? Libya and Myanmar, they struggle for their democracy, that we have to discuss or to remember these 3 important points. Listen carefully. The 2 countries which are Libya and Myanmar, From how they struggle for establishing democracy, we have to remember these three important points. So, first point, the establishment of monarchy and Col Gaddafi's rule after Libya gained independence. So, they struggled to establish, they struggled to what? The establishment of monarchy and Col Gaddafi's rule after Libya gained independence. Second, the establishment of military rule in Myanmar after the death of Aung San. We know that Aung San and his daughter Aung San Suu Kyi. So these are the person who led the freedom struggle of Libya. So the establishment of military rule in Myanmar after the death of Aung San and Aung San Suu Kyi. Next, the struggle for democracy in Libya and Myanmar. So these things we have to remember, that how this country they struggle to establish their democracy in their countries. The discussion above the inevitable raised the following question in one's mind. As we discussed above, so from the above discussion, inevitable raised in our mind, and we ask question or question raised in our mind. Following are the questions: who will be the ruler? Who will be the ruler? Because from this paragraph we will learn that what is democratic government? Democratic government in the sense the government which is elected by the people, that is called what? Democratic government, and people choose their or elect their representatives, and representatives run the government, and people are the important role in choosing and changing the government. So now it is asked that okay, so this question I raise in our mind, who will be the ruler? Next, what kind of election are called democratic? So such kinds of question may arise in our mind, that what kind of election are called democratic. Next, who elects the ruler? Who elects the rulers? Next, what qualification are needed to be elected as a ruler? For to become a ruler, what qualification one should have? So these are the questions raised in our mind. What is the question? Who will be the ruler? What kind of election are called democratic? Who elects the ruler? And what qualifications are needed to be elected as a rulers? We need to analyze the main features of democracy if you wish to find answer to this question. That means to answer to this question, or if you want to find out the answer of these four questions, then we have to analyze or discuss the main features of democracy. When we will discuss the main features of democracy, then we will get answer of this four question. And this class is the introduction part of this chapter, that means the main feature of democracy, chapter 12, which is the second chapter of political science, and this part 1 will learn about the introduction portion. In second part we will learn about what are the main features of democracy. Point wise, one by one will be learned in the second part of this chapter. So this is only the introduction part. Hope all of you understood.